MSM reluctant to report on Iran protests because a new regime would reveal more Obama corruption, by Jim Hoft for thegatewaypundit.com. The Obama administration did everything possible to put together the nuclear deal with Iran with hopes they would prevent the evil Iranian regime from obtaining nuclear capabilities. Instead, Obama got played and ended up giving the evil Iranian regime billions in cold hard cash, and Obama assisted with the regime to crush the 2009 rebellion. Obama also assisted the regime to cover up its human and drug trafficking operations as well. A new regime in Iran today would no doubt release devastating information on the Obama administration's actions to coddle Iran into the nuclear deal. This is why the liberal #fake news media refuses to promote Iranian independence from the Ayatollah. In fact, many cases in the last week, the mainstream media has actually protected the regimes from the protest movement. The Washington Post reluctantly reported on over the holiday weekend that the protests in Iran should be supported by the West, which is what President Trump has done to date, as opposed to Obama's actions in 2009. WP endorses the fiction that the nuclear deal strengthens moderates. Scrapping it will empower hardliners. Time to wake up. The moderate versus hardliners analysis is a crude fiction. The deal strengthened the worst inclinations of the regime. The New York Times appears to be for the evil regime, which is not a first. Nick Short here, seeing the New York Times push propaganda in support of the Iranian regime is not surprising. The New York Times has a long history of pushing propaganda on behalf of dictatorships. The rest of the media, for the most, remain silent. Chicago Guy, the fortune that Obama secretly sent to Iran in the middle of the night is helping pay for the Iranian government to violently stop people protesting for freedom and democracy. The Guardian can't figure out why the people in Iran would protest. What is a surprise is the sudden eruption of the protests, which had no obvious internal trigger. Trump and Mike Pence, as vice president, voiced hopes Iran's oppressive regime would fall, ignoring the fact that Hassan Rouhani was democratically re-elected as president less than 1 year ago. And Adam Credo says there at The Guardian, in such factless crap that it claims in earnest there's no reason Iranians should be protesting right now, also claims Iranian elections are free, fair, and democratic. Really? A jackass editor over there wrote that. Obama and his secretaries of state, Hillary Clinton and John Kerry, began building a platform for holding negotiations with Iran shortly after his inauguration. Hillary is referred to as the groundskeeper who made the deal possible. Kerry and Obama next stepped in to close the deal. As explained in Obama Bomb, a dangerous and growing national security fraud, the nuclear deal with Iran and the Obama administration's defense of it are rife with deceptions and outright lies. False narratives were provided by the Obama administration to the press to praise the terrible deal that involved the Obama administration providing $150 billion in sanctions relief to Iran after Iran complied with certain requirements. Verification of Iran complying with the deal and not working on gaining nuclear bomb capabilities were not in place in the deal, and Obama may have broken the law in ensuring the deal's execution. Months after it occurred, News broke that the Obama administration secretly sent $400 million in cash equivalents on an unmarked cargo plane to Iran on January 17, 2016, to facilitate a swap that day of 4 innocent Americans held by Iran. Several Iranian criminals held by the U.S. were also released. Obama said that it was not a ransom for the release of the prisoners, but later the State Department admitted it was. Another $1.3 billion was later reported as also being provided to Iran. Then, when the deal was in the works, Obama and his Secretary of State, John Kerry, did all they could to exempt and excuse the Iran regime for meeting the requirements of the deal. Now, only a few weeks ago, we find out that the Obama administration covered up Iranian-supported terrorist group Hezbollah's drug and human trafficking activities to ensure the Iran nuclear deal went through. This is why the MSM wants, in part, to cheer for the Iranian regime instead of the protesters. Rahim here, panic ensues as the Democrats release regime change will likely lead to the leaking of documents from inside Iran, which in turn may prove the Obama administration's complicity with radical Islam and its state sponsors. The MSM is secretly rooting for the Ayatollah to protect their beloved Obama. What else is to be uncovered that has not yet been reported? I'm sure there's a lot, but they're Massiah Obama, I should say. That's why the MSM is rooting for the Ayatollah. There you have it, folks, because a lot of dirt would come out if they overthrew them. Do you see what I'm saying? And you have Susan Rice dissing, telling Trump to keep his mouth shut. Who are you? Who are you? You should be behind bars. That's, I mean, it's sickening. It's sickening. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.